It's a 30-yard free kick with a 20-yard run-up.
Dear, dear! I don't believe it! What a goal we have just seen from Roberto Carlos. That is amazing!
Well, that was what was missing in Euro 96. That is quite incredible. Not so sure about the goalkeeper's position and what he saw, but we can't deny the quality of the strike. It had power, it had bend, it had accuracy. Watch this. Starts way wide of the goal. That's 2-3 yards wide and just clips the inside of the post. That is quite a magnificent free kick. I'm not so sure we'll see one better than that.
What a shot. Notice how the ball curled from right to left? Many wonder how this is possible from the swift motion of a kick. Well, this is my motion sports projectile project, and I'm going to describe and explain the physics and science behind this shot. For my project, I chose to do a curl free kick shot. This technique involves striking the ball off center, creating a sideways spin on the ball to curve it throughout the air. This helps offensive players navigate the ball around defenders whose job is to prevent them from scoring. The forces acting on the ball include gravity, pulling the ball downwards, air resistance, which opposes its motion and affects the speed and trajectory of the ball, and finally we can see the Magnus effect, which is crucial for the curve and how the spin of the ball forces the ball to curve and change direction mid-air. For this project, I chose to recreate the shot with my classmate, Santiago Chu. He tried his best to recreate the shot, however, it is nearly impossible as it takes a professional skill level to be able to bend it and navigate it into the top corner of the goal. However, he did do his best. Next, let's analyze Santiago's shot. The shot you just saw was able to create this graph, which contains its position time and its velocity. From the position time graph, which is the red dots sloping downward, we can see that the ball was traveling at 13 meters per second. This is, however, not the speed that the ball needs to be traveling, as this shot is most effective when traveling 112 kilometers per hour or 31 meters per second. We can also see the velocity on Santiago's shot, as its velocity was 0.9743. His speed can definitely be increased and is not totally at a professional's level yet. Position time graphs are essential tools in physics that help us visualize and understand motion. They display how an object's position changes over time. From this graph, we can see how the ball was traveling throughout the air and its speed that it was traveling. By plotting the time on a horizontal axis and position on the vertical axis, we can easily see whether an object is at rest, moving, or at a constant speed. This ball is moving at a constant speed as it is a linear graph. The slope of the line on the graph indicates the object's velocity. And overall, a position time graph provides clear and effective ways to analyze motion, making complex concepts more accessible and intuitive. However, velocity time graphs are also powerful tools we can use in physics that help us visualize an object's velocity over time. This is different from speed. Velocity is the rate at which an object changes its position, defined as the displacement per unit of time in a specific direction. So, our velocity graph is flat because it is at a constant speed, changing each position by the same amount of time. Here is our acceleration graph. Our acceleration line is on the x-axis and our y-axis is meters per second squared and our x-axis is s. The line is on our acceleration graph is equal to 0 because the ball is not accelerating or decelerating. This is because second the ball is struck, it is moving at its top speed and will continue to move at its top speed until decelerating. However, since the ball enters the goal, there is not enough time for the ball to de-accelerate. Finally, let's talk about the forces that are acting on the ball. The first force I want to talk about is gravity. Gravity is the force that pulls the soccer ball downward toward the earth. This force acts on the ball throughout its flight, affecting its vertical motion. As the ball rises after being kicked, gravity deaccelerates it until it reaches its peak height, at which point it starts to descend. The constant pull of gravity ensures that regardless of the initial force applied, the ball will eventually fall back to the ground. Downward force is crucial for understanding how high and far a ball can travel, influencing both the trajectory and the time it stays in the air. Next is the Magnus effect. The Magnus effect plays a significant role in how a spinning ball curves during flight. When a player kicks the ball with spin, it creates a difference in air pressure on either side of the ball. For instance, if the ball is kicked with side spin, the air moves faster on one side, resulting in a lower pressure, while the opposite side experiences higher pressure. This will cause the ball to curve from left to right, as we have seen in these shots. This pressure difference causes the ball to curve in the direction of the spin. The Magnus effect allows players to execute techniques like bending the shots around defenders or curving free kicks, making it a powerful tool for skillful play. And finally is air resistance, also known as drag. This force slows the ball down as it is traveling through the air. It's influenced by factors such as ball speed and shape and surface texture. As the ball moves faster, the air resistance increases, which can slow down the ball and alter its trajectory. While air resistance can dampen the effects of gravity and Magnus effect, it also plays a role in determining how long the ball stays airborne. Understanding air resistance is essential for players to optimize their kicks and make them as accurate and as powerful as they can. In conclusion, we have analyzed my own shot or my friend's shot and his free kick and how it compares to a professional player's free kick. We have also talked about the technique and how to strike a free kick, causing it to be able to curve throughout the air, as well as the forces that act on the ball as it is traveling through the air. I hope you enjoyed my project, and I hope you have an amazing day. Thank you very much for watching.